Hi, welcome to Short Takes. I'm Sue Bergamo and your host for today. We have Amir Khayat, who is the CEO of Vorlon Security. Amir, welcome to the program. I'm so thrilled to talk to you. You are one of the bright minds that we've spent a lot of time together this year, or actually over the past year. And I'm thrilled to finally have you on the podcast. Do you have a fun fact for me today?
Always, yeah. First of all, thanks for having me, and definitely super excited to chat with you here today. As you said, like we've been through a lot of brainstorming together, and you helped us a lot. So definitely happy to chat here, and thank you for that. Fun fact, I guess I'm a big on travel. I traveled around the world, pretty much in every continent. I think I have over 50 countries that I visited, and I think that's kind of helped me to grow to who I am. Having more empathy and learning different cultures. I think this is something that I'm always up to, and to see a new place.
I'm with you. There's nothing better than meeting people from all different diverse cultures and skill sets, and just it's amazing the big world that it is out there. I wish more people could have that opportunity. So,
The food, yeah.
yeah. So you're a seasoned CEO. You've been in the startup community for quite a while. You've been in several companies, and now you're leading your own company. What have you learned over the years, and what are you doing differently?
That's a great question. I think that I was lucky to be in different startup in the cybersecurity space in different period also, and definitely now it's super interesting with this economic situation and the way that companies are observing, the new threats. Um, I think that if I look back in our last success with the Misto, which was an amazing 3 years run before Palo Alto acquired us, um, I guess my biggest lesson is not to try solve all problems for all customers. I think that, in cybersecurity specifically, pretty much every prospect can be relevant because the attack vector and the surface is so big. And in startups, and definitely at the beginning, when you don't have the luxury to be everywhere, you need to be laser focused, and you need to target a specific vertical, a specific segment, try to really understand the pain and help them with their challenges. And I think that will set you for success, and your customer to enjoy a great product.
And that's a great segue into the next set of questions. So, I've been completely enamored by your product platform, and I know that you're trying to make a difference in the API security space. So, first off, let's tell the audience what problem you're trying to solve, and then give us a little bit of information about that product platform and what you're trying to do for customers.
Yeah, definitely. So I think if I'll take a step back before talking about Vorlon, I will say that in the last few years, there are two trends that actually helped, unfortunately, attackers to get to more data. I think the first one is that obviously companies want to become more efficient, and they're leveraging third-party application and service sets. And the second one is everyone wants to be more productive. So there are a lot of automation that runs in the background that are actually not driven by users. And while we were working with the Misto and trying to help security operation centers to automate and to respond faster to threat, we've seen how much data is actually moving with all these integration. It's excessive data that's not necessarily needed for a specific automation workflow. And that's where we started. That's where we actually start to ask some question. Customers actually asked us, why do you need to see all these data? And that's basically what started our idea with Vorlon, helping customers to control over their data that they share with third parties, making sure that all these applications that touches your data and actually passing it to other tools as well in order to become more productive are doing it in the right way in a way that you know what type of data you share and who is accessing your data. And if it's not the right access, or if it's not the right data that actually needed for that, Vorlon will help you to detect that and to fix those things.
And it's funny that you say that because I can't tell you how many engineering teams I've posed the question to. So how much data are you sending? Has anybody done, mapping, asked the question, what's actually needed? And inevitably, I'm told it's just easier to open the pipeline up, right? That way we don't have to go back to it again. So the fact that you have visibility into that pipe is amazing. And you're doing something a little bit different than most of your competitors. Do you want to explain how you've gone beyond just identification and detection?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that if you look at the product that exists today, there are several things that happens. One, most of the security controllers are still focusing on the users and the user communication, which actually, if you look at the trend, again, going back to the automation and productivity, there are more and more and more communication that is driven by application to application communication. And talking more specifically, the majority of this communication is driven by API, right? Now, there is a lot of product in the API security shift left, which are actually helping you as a company to handle the challenges with your homegrown API, the API that you publish to your customers. But from an organization perspective, again, going back to leveraging third-party applications, you're consuming so much of data from APIs that are being handled by the third party, and you don't really monitor those, and the communication is not really monitored. So if we're looking at the space of the API security, Vorlon is actually looking at all the third-party API communication and helping you to understand what type of data you are sharing, what type of access you're sharing, and what is considered sensitive data, and if it's actually needed to share these data.
I love it. I love it. And I think, again, that the market is, hot on this topic right now because there isn't a lot of competition. But all of a sudden, and this is my perspective, CISOs like myself are saying, wait a minute, we're missing a big piece of the puzzle, and that's the API security. So I just love the fact that you're taking care of that. And I also, give a shout out to all the other vendors out there because this is a space that is new. But there are companies like Vorlon who are trying to do it the right way. Um, we're almost out of time. And is there anything else you want to tell us about the things that you're trying to do, your company's trying to do to help solve this industry problem?
I think that being a sales engineer in my past, and also our team at Volon, our main focus, and we understand that companies don't have time to spend with vendors and they don't want to change processes. I think that one of the things that we were focusing on from day one is to show quick value with a low touch and low effort from the customer side. And I think that trying to highlight potential threats and helping the security team to be ahead of the curve, this is something that we put ourselves as a goal. So definitely, I think that proactiveness from a security perspective, this is a key thing. And with Volon, you can definitely focus on that. And I will even say that, again, back to the architecture side of things, we are trying to do things with a low touch, so you'll be able to see benefit pretty quickly.
That's terrific. Um, just for sake of time, is there anything that you want to leave the audience with? Any takeaways that they should know?
Yes, I think that going back to where we started, data is complex. It's everything today. The world is going, and the new oil is data, right? And you can never know where it will come from. There are many companies that are actually trying to tackle the data security problem from different aspects because it's so complex. I guess that my main message to the security team, that I'm sure that they're looking at it day and night, is being proactive, and always try to be ahead of the attackers. I think that will always put you in a better spot, and this is why you need to invest in the new innovative solutions that are out there. I think that overall, that will be beneficial for the company, because if we're looking at the cause, if we're talking from a reputation perspective, from a financial perspective, and I would say the obvious is from the operational aspect. Once you're not in a proactive approach, you will always be responding to things, and that will slow you down, will take you more time, definitely when we are talking about big companies. So be proactive.
Good. I like that. All right. Where can people find you?
So vorlonsecurity.com, definitely, visit our website, our new website, and it has some case study that we've been doing with our current customers. And, I'm in LinkedIn, Amir Khayat.
Excellent. And lastly, you have a report that you're providing customers, new customers, correct? Do you want to just touch on that briefly?
Yeah, it's going back to the low touch. We're actually offering a complimentary risk observation report. Pretty easy, don't requires a lot. With a couple of clicks, we are offering customers to kind of get a better understanding of their status around the API that they shared with different applications, what type of data they're sharing, and also what type of access or a backdoor access they might have. And this is something that you can find in our website, so feel free to browse there and just complete all the forms there, and you'll have an access to a report, a one-time report.
Excellent. All right. Well, we're out of time. Thank you for being a part of this short take. And I hope that the audience will come and find you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sue. It was a pleasure.